Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Ursula's Farmhouse. Today I want to show you how to make birria tacos. I've been seeing this a lot on Instagram, and most of the time birria taco meat is traditionally goat, but beef is also very common. I'm not a goat meat lover, so I'm going to use beef. And when I was shopping at Kroger earlier this week, they did not have a lot of selection of chuck roast. So what I'm going to use is the beef chuck boneless short ribs. And I went ahead and got 3 packs of this because my kids are coming tonight. And so I'm going to rinse these off with water real well, and then I'm going to put them in the crock pot. So I'll show you my next steps in just a minute. These beef short ribs are really nice and meaty, and they have some marbling, so I'm hoping they'll be really tender, especially if I cook them 6 to 8 hours in the crock pot. For a family of 6, I'm using 3 packs of the short ribs. Okay, so I'm just going to scoop these over and put these in the crock pot. And I wanted to go ahead and tell you, every time, I don't always use Reynolds, but this time I'm using Reynolds slow cooker liners. It just saves me a lot of hard work with scrubbing the crock pot. So if you're not using liners, that would be a good idea to start. I don't have anything in there. I don't have any water or anything. I'm going to go ahead and place the meat. Okay, so I've already got the beef short ribs in the crock pot now, and it's pretty much full. And now I'm going to go ahead and add in the seasoning mix, and this is from the Birria taco kit because it already has your spices, it has your flour tortillas and everything in there. But I'm going to do my spice packet right now, and then I'm going to add a whole carton of organic beef broth. So I've heard that the beef broth the bone broth is a lot better than the regular beef broth. And I'm using 2 kits, so I'm going to use 2 seasoning packets. I'm going to use the whole carton because I want lots and lots of beef consomme for our birria tacos tonight to dip them in. I am sure that a half carton of the bone beef broth would be perfect. I ended up with a whole lot of liquid, so you don't have to use the whole carton. Cook on low for 6 to 8 hours and let it go for about 6 hours. Hey, don't go. We've got Spanish rice coming right up. I used the rice-a-roni Spanish rice, and I just totally went by the directions, and I went ahead and did the rice vermicelli mix and the seasoning packet and butter, and just warmed it and browned it for a few minutes and let it get nice and toasted, and then I added my water. Since I am using 2 boxes of the rice-a-roni Spanish rice, I ended up adding 3 cups of water instead of 2. And I might end up having to add a little bit more water. But anyway, I'm only going to put in 1 can of the diced tomatoes, and this has the green chili, so it's the same thing as Rotel if you have Rotel, and you don't drain that. So that gives it some liquid too. And just make according to the directions on the back of the Rice-A-Roni Spanish rice box. So it says slowly stir in water, special seasonings and diced tomatoes, and bring to a boil. So I'm going to bring that to a slow boil, and then I'll cover and reduce it and let it simmer for about 20 minutes until the rice is tender. Now let's check on our birria meat over here. It has 58 minutes left. My kids are going to be here around 6 o'clock p.m. And I'm hoping I'll have everything ready when they get here, or just about ready. And what I'm going to do is pull out the meat, and I'll shred this meat, so it'll be like shredded roast beef. And then I'll get the gravy out. This is going to be our birria dipping sauce. What I'd like to also tell you is if you get the Old El Paso Birria kit, the taco kit, it's going to come with your creamy chipotle sauce packet, so you can use that as a dipping sauce, or you can use this homemade juice as the sauce. So I think we might have a couple of different sauces. I also got the guacamole salsa. I love to dip my tacos in that. And then we've got the regular mild sauce by Taco Bell, and we have some Cholula hot sauce. We have that. And I'm going to be making some refried beans in just a minute, so that's coming right up. Okay, so I've got in my refried pinto beans in the pan, and now I'm going to add in a half block of cream cheese to give it some creaminess. Cheese to give it. Make sure that you warm your refried beans on low. You don't want them to scorch. I saw this on Instagram. These are really good, and you're just basically warming them up and melting the cream cheese. Y'all, that is the kicker. The cream cheese makes them so good. Okay, y'all, I gotta tell you, this Spanish rice is looking pretty good. It's looking really good. I'm gonna have to get the lid back on it and let it finish cooking for, it has to cook 20 minutes. Okay, here I've taken the meat out of the crock pot, and it's time to start shredding. When you fry the tortillas in a skillet, use a little bit of oil and go ahead and put your meat and cheese and fold over. Then you can put them in the oven to stay warm as you're cooking them. And here's our completed meal, and I'm telling you, everyone enjoyed their birria tacos. I hope you make some. If you do, please comment and let me know how you enjoyed them. Y'all have a great afternoon.